So, full-time jobs, as I mentioned, there is a lot of opportunities and a lot of interviews that you get for full-time as compared to an internship. But the fact is, again, I'll speak from my experience. If you have a good internship, then I would say you need not to worry much in terms of getting a full-time because you have got something really strong under your belt in terms of experience. So again, in terms of another stat, I would say people who got internships were placed faster as compared to people who did not. I'm telling placed in terms of full time. So they got placed faster in terms of their full time jobs. The second, in my case, I got my internship extended. Like I got a co-op for almost an year. So it's like I started in summer of 2016 and I wound up my internship in almost summer. I would say April was my last month of 2017. So I got a one whole year of internship. So that really helped build my resume for someone who did not come with an experience from India. So my full-time search was very focused because I knew where I want to go and what kind of jobs I needed. So I wanted to target consulting as my major industry. So I only applied for consulting companies like something like McKinsey, Bain, or Deloitte, PwC, EY, and IBM, of course. So I actually applied for seven companies and I got offers from four. So that's where my statistic is. I would say it's not a fair reflection of what the actual scenario is because I was very focused that I want to do just these things. But based on my experience or my story, I would say if you really know what you want to do, it is not something that is very difficult to achieve. In comparison to my other peers or other colleagues who went out for job search, they took different approaches. Like I would say five of them who are placed in the same company right now. So they took a different route as compared to get a spring internship and then try to secure it as a full time. So it's like most companies, what they do is when you are about to graduate, they ask for a spring internship. Sometimes they open, sometimes they don't. And so this spring is basically the semester before you graduate. Like in my case, I graduated in May 2017. So the spring internship started from Jan 2017 till the graduation day. And then based on their performance, they got their internship extended into a full time. So that was another route which people took, and there are others who went with the career fair opportunities. And I think out of the remaining remaining four of them had to take two again internships to get a full time, and then two of them went for a direct full time. And like because their area was into manufacturing and lean concepts and continuous improvement, they went directly into a full time. So it depends totally into what industry you are looking at, because after 1 year or after you have done a summer of internship, you are no more industrial engineers per se. You are like split into different areas of interest or different companies that you want to target. So it's a different stream altogether for different folks, but I'm very happy that all of us, people who came along with me, were pleased before their graduation time.
That is impressive. This is the best statistics I've seen till now. 4 out of 7 is quite impressive.
I got there is a small mid-sized consulting firm at New Jersey, which is KMK. I would first say that my focus is into healthcare analytics and healthcare consulting. So it is a pharmaceutical consulting company. Then I got picked at Navigant Consulting, which is not very well known in India, but it is like the leading healthcare consulting firm in US, which is like in Volt top 5 consulting firms for healthcare. It comes under second or third. Then I got an offer from my internship company, that is Blue Cross Blue Shield, because I worked for 1 year. They really wanted me to extend into a full time. And then the fourth was IBM. So by other branches, is there any specific branch that you're looking at?
Something like electrical engineering or civil engineering or or chemical engineering for that matter. Science, computer science, you would easily get a job. So those three.
Yep. So, com science, as you rightly said, it's much easier to fetch a job. Mechanical, I will start with something very difficult. Mechanical engineering, someone who is planning to do a mechanical engineering. So it's not a very cohesive market out here, which is a very well-known fact. But from Lehigh, I have known like 3 or 4 people who came here for mechanical engineering, did their PhD. Couple of them did PhD, and they have got their jobs. So it is not a complete zero score out there. In terms of electrical, I would say it's not as high as industrial engineering. I won't rate it, but it is definitely the next. I know many people who have got into jobs into like top companies as an electrical engineer, like something like if you search T connectivity or Qualcomm and those bigger companies. Civil engineering, again, as I said, in terms of US News ranking, it is like the second in when it comes to Lehigh coursework. And I think I mentioned this right at the start, like people have got jobs definitely into civil and structural engineering. So if I have to rate in terms of jobs, Lehigh's core departments, industrial engineering first, then electrical, then civil. And chemical engineering is more PhD focused. That's a very impressive stat. If you're planning to do a research, I know 3 of them who came with me are doing a research right there. So Lehigh has a very, very strong and very cumbersome chemical engineering coursework. So the interesting fact is there are 4 Indians whom I know who came to Lehigh, and they have got for PhDs, and they have got postdocs in universities like Duke University, Rice University, MIT, and Stanford.
Wow.
So chemical engineering is all like nerds, I would say.
What you're telling me is Lehigh is the golden nugget that it's an undiscovered gem at the end of the day.
Yep. So it has got everything to offer, is what I believe. If you want to do research, it has got research. If you are someone like me who just came here to fetch a job, and number of opportunities. Again, it depends upon the position and the industry, because some industry like consulting is very volatile and high dominant industry, so it tends to pay more. And something like core data science jobs, again, it's one of the hot jobs in US, which is again paying more. But when you see supply chain or process improvement, it is little below that. So I would say for a core industrial engineer, if it is into supply chain or process improvement, should be anything from 60 or maybe 65 to 75, which has been the case from people who came with me or even my seniors. And in New York, I would say, or in New York, New Jersey region, it is something about from 70 to 85.